position as well as at centre. What a Free State need to do to ignite their backs?
Oh, pretty much they have to get up there and make sure that their set phases are done very well, especially scrumming, because they did struggle a bit about it. I think with Trevor Nyakani now moving to the loose head, so that dominance that Ors, Durant and Nakajewski wants to get, make sure that they clean past the ball so that they can get that good service to Cyril Pretoria so that he can put and ignite that exciting backline from the Cheetahs.
So Francois Brummer will get the start. Philip van der Walt at number 8, such a good carry of the ball along with Lapish Labishkachny. Could also be a real highlight, but I tell you there's going to be a ding-dong battle up front between these two teams. This ball not going out from Elgar Watts. So PJ Vermeulen just looking to try and find some way through. Griquas like to carry the ball. They have very much a ball-carrying based game. Sometimes a little bit predictable, I might add. So Lobert's brought down.
Leave him.
Manisi. This is better by Griquas. They've got good support out wide. Yicho, Manisi in the fly half position. And then Loberts, he'll be the go-to man in midfield. Quite often to carry this ball up. So this is a good start this for Griquas. Brummer. Quick delivery from Micho. Again, it's Loberts. Gets through the first tackle. We do know that tackling was, or has been in the past sometimes, a defensive organisation. A bit of an Achilles heel for the Cheetahs. Again, we can see they've got numbers out wide. Cheetahs often a difficult team to play against. So into the 11th phase already. That's credit to both teams, one defensively, the other controlling their possession.
Now it's a move. Play on.
Again, there's an extra man available.
12 watch. Ball's available. Here.
13 phases. Hicho, Manisi. Just got into a half gap. Again, it's Hicho. Bit of lateral play here from Griquas, but they've got numbers to work with. That's the important point for them. My goodness, what a start this has been. 15 phases.
No, 15 phases. It just made about 20 meters. But it's great, though, the patience that they have with the ball in hand.
Well, that's the word, isn't it, Kobani? Keeping that patience, but also making sure you hold on to the ball.
Roll away.
Well, 16 phases, and Griquas have got the penalty, so I've been waiting for a while to actually bring him in, our man downstairs. We send the rough and tough guys to do pitch-side commentary in weather like this. So Warren Brosnian's down there. Bros, you must be freezing.
It is cold, I'll be honest. I'm sitting here in the shadows, and the thermometer has plummeted, but for these players out in the field, it'll mean nothing. They'll be able to play. The conditions are perfect. The surface conditions are great. There's a chilly wind that is blowing, and it's at the back of the Griquas players, which will assist them, and they'd want to take advantage of that in the first half.
Oh, just asking questions, and it's great to see how Howard Manisi has already been playing at 10, especially on second and third phases, putting up the space and making sure that they keep the momentum and they play the rugby that they want to do. So Hook was really trying to stamping their authority in this game by keeping them ball in hand, and that countered the pressure. Now they're getting a chance to have a shot at the goals.
This man knows a little bit about wind. He hasn't got much to contend with, coming from Humansdorp. But he was schooled at Nico Milan. Knows his way around this park. He's played Super Rugby here, and he's got the 3 points.
If you've got a more, I will shout.
It's such an important game for both these teams. They've played 3. Both teams won the opening game of the Currie Cup. They haven't won a game subsequently, so it's a must-win game for Free State and the Griquas.
Yeah, Bros, we often talk about that importance of winning your home games, but in the 10 rugby matches that have been played in the ABSA Currie Cup, 5 have been won by the visiting team.
Yeah, there have been 2 draws as well, so only 3 home teams have won the game.
So there we have it. It just shows you that is quite a turnaround. Kick downfield there from JP Nell. This is Danila. Good to see that Henny Danila has been a lot more involved in the game this season. And just
Roll away, Blue!
someone's gone down like a sack of potatoes there for Griquas.
Oh, it's looking at the opportunity there. Alga Watts missing out on that opportunity. He did the sense that they had the numbers on them, so he anticipated what he was going to do before he could put out.
Time off injury.
See Howard Manisi there, got a smack in the head. Oh, hand in the eye. And yeah, you saw him going down there. But it's going to be that physical. It is the derby game, and lots of players have been picking up their hands, especially with Philip van der Vaart, the 8th man from Free State.
Gee,
just enjoy the way he plays.
It's really nasty for Howden. You see, it's from his number 8, Leon Karamaka. And Leon Karamaka's paw has gone straight into his eyeball. And you just hope he's okay. He's been such a good player in this Currie Cup in the opening rounds for the Griquas, Howden Nisi. That's the big guy. That's the big guy all the way from Australia, born in Wagga Wagga. He's 2 meters 8, Rory Arnold.
Wagga Wagga. Where's that,
You've got to love the names, don't you? You've got to love
Is
the
that your
names.
surfing spot, Bros?
No, it's right in the country in New South Wales in Australia, so very far from the ocean, but
There's
quite a landmark.
It's up in Queensland, isn't it? Well, that's a good side. It's a really good side, that, with Howard Manisi back on his feet. So first up, scrum, yeah.
Please, close together. It's
Barney?
really too
Yeah,
far.
pretty much. The scrums now with the whole binding law sequences,
Right up to the mark.
it takes about 3 seconds extra longer to actually, the whole pack of 8 has to start working together. And for the first time, the hookers actually have to hook the ball. Interesting. I want to see how Craig actually officiates this, especially how the scrummer puts the ball in.
Crouch!
Well, the scrummy's got to put the ball in when Craig Jabir tells him to, so
Bind.
both hookers get an equal bite at the cherry,
Set.
so to speak. It's almost a 50-50 ball.
Boys, make it work.
That's Risota Clerk, come down from the balls. He's been playing with the Cheetahs. Big tight head prop.
Head and shoulders up.
He'll be scrumming against Steph Roberts for the Griquas.
Nice and close, ear to ear.
Interesting in that front row. And Trevor Nyakani at 109 kilograms. And Rano Barnes,
Bind.
the hooker for Griquas, is heavier than him.
Set!
Oh, it's all technique.
So much of
Stand
it.
up, please. Time off. Hookers, come here, please. Both hookers, come here. 5 minutes ago, we had a conversation about how before the ball comes in, we're going to have stability, and you're not going to be trying to win that engagement. You force me to make decisions otherwise. Yep.
Good clarity there from Craig Jabir. Short shot.
He wants that scrum square and he wants it stable from both cacks before the ball comes in.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Yes, 9!
Karamaka with the clean out at the back. Maybe Griquas really looking to try and speed up this game where they can, but not well finished off there. Rocker Janssen was standing a long way back on the left wing, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, it's almost, he got left behind by the movement, and it was a great ball from Hart Massini. He spotted the space on the outside, and it's just his winger's not up with the game with them. He'd be disappointed with that as an opportunity.
Bobs, you played in the centre. It was a no-look pass from Howden Msini as well. He didn't look at his receiver. He just passed that ball.
Oh, true.
Great line-out work
Play
there
on.
between Liebenbach and
Six green.
de Jager. So this time it's Free State's opportunity. Can they carry it through 16 phases? It's good play by Elgar Watts. He's got to learn to take a bit of responsibility with carrying the ball on the odd occasion, and he does like
Let
to
it go,
do
green!
that. That's the little offload. Beautiful. And Yakani's done well there. He's just wriggled around.
Advantage.
Well, there's a penalty advantage now to Free State. Here comes Mahoje. Another exciting talent. Well cleaned out there by the Free State cleaners. Yeberson, Raymond Rule, and Gwyn Prinsloo. Johan Sardi, good stepping from him. He's gained valuable yardage right in front of the goalpost.
Advantage
And
over.
they've got an extra man. Here's Yeberson, the pop pass. Oh,
Great defense, PJ van Meulen. Using the touchline, best defender on the field. Can never beat that man the touchline.
Get it, but the ball was gone, so I was playing away.
Well, exciting from the Cheetahs, the way they kept the ball. I'm enjoying the way that Sarah Pretorius is actually exploding off the ground, and he uses very well, making sure that he gets his head in the right position and he drives in with his legs and the power from the shoulder.
Blood substitution.
well, it looks
Send
like
the replacement 9 on, guys.
the player's in trouble there. Bros, replacement. Hugo coming off.
Yeah, Hugo's coming off, and you got Jacques Currie is going to be coming onto the field.
I'd hate you to have to throw in without him.
Well, that's a man of a lot of experience coming onto the field, and one leaving it. Looks like he's got a cut somewhere on the head.
It's just to the right of his eye. It's not too bad. 1 or 2 stitches, and he should be sorted out.
Stay here, 9. Yep, happy.
So Griquas with a short line out, looking for Arnold and finding him, but
Oh, he got a call there. Jacques Couture, as he just ran on and he gave him the ball.
We see he knocked the
Try
ball
line
on, and they
green,
prevented
both
the
feet.
Free State from using that advantage. So it went from a short arm to a full free penalty for the Cheetahs.
so tap and Inyakani the carrier.
Let's go 2!
Now Pretorius, he's got a few men here that will look to carry it up with support. That's how close they are. Watts. Oh dear, Elgar Watts into a little bit of space.
Oh, it's one of those things that's been happening to the Free State Cheetahs. Every time the solo,
Okay.
the error and especially the error rate. And that's one thing they want to really work on to. It's carrying the ball protection, all is key when you're carrying the ball into a context situation.
Yeah, it was where he carried that ball, because he almost led with the ball, so it was exposed to the defence, and they were able to knock it out.
I think one of the things he'd want to be thinking about, that man in picture, is you don't want to try too hard. You're
Right, let's
always
start getting our setup,
aware
boys.
of the fact that maybe you're not playing that well at the moment, and you just overdo things a little bit.
They do have Ryan Smith on the wing, who normally does deputize and plays on the fly-off position. So I guess he must be
stability
feeling
like
that,
the last
maybe
couple is
bring
what
him
I'm
more in, especially on the second and third
last one.
phases.
They actually did that last week, Kobani. They used him on the odd occasions. Rian Smith
Hookers,
coming
there's your
in
mark.
at the fly
Right up
half
to the pitch,
position.
right up.
And, a little bit like Willie LaRue was doing for the Cheetahs in
Concentrating
Super Rugby.
stability.
And I think it works really well.
Yep, thanks.
Right, a lot of pressure going to come on here at scrum time on the Griquas pack. The Cheetahs are going to try to turn this ball over.
Crouch!
I suppose an 8-man scrum against a 7
Stand
plus
up.
a hooker.
Guys, we're getting further and further away. Let's stay nice and close, please. Yep, interlock.
So
Boys,
power
just work
scrum
hard to
here,
get it
Bros
perfect.
from the Cheetahs, I guess.
Yeah, they need the right shoulder. They need their locks to work. Rory Arnold, Hilton Lobbits, they need to work,
Crouch.
give support to that front row.
Bind! Yep. Off the arm and on the body.
Well, Scrum's is giving a little bit of trouble here for Craig Joubert. Asked them to come a little bit closer together. There's greater stability. He needs the heads next to the heads and not heads
Crouch!
on heads.
Bind! Set!
And Jacques Couture wants to get this in and
Yes, 9.
out of the territory. importantly. Currie has got to control. It's a loose ball.
Onside here. Onside. No.
Griquas would have liked to have had a left footer, but they've used PJ Vermeulen, and well, it's valuable enough yardage, but it's still inside the 22.
Yeah, Brummer the men got the touch there, but it was a really good scrum from the Free State Cheetahs. They got their left shoulder up, they cut off that angle, they made it really difficult for Leon Karamaka.
Well, it's one of those skills that you have to master now as an eighth man, to marshal the ball at the back of the scrum.
That's always the Free State, or often the Free State target. He's making the calls in the line out, but it's Mahoja with a jump.
Some patience needed here on his drive.
Well, unification as well, that's what you really need. Willem Prinsloo saw an opportunity to break away.
Inside green.
They're getting a lot more possession now, the Cheetahs. De Jager. Always looking for Trevor Nyakani in the midfield. Is a very good carry of the ball. Low centre of gravity. Watts. Sadi. Philip van der Walt. You see the benefit sometimes of players who've played sevens rugby. There's so many of them in this Cheetahs team. They know how to use the width of the field.
Number 5, roll away out of the tackle.
So Rory Arnold has his first penalty against him in South Africa on debut for Griquas.
Probably won't be his last. Always trying hard, the Locks.
He goes by the nickname of the Big Dog. And you can see why. 127 kgs, 2 meters 8. There's a lot of this Australian.
Oh, just the carry, as you mentioned, the width about the Free State Cheetahs, the way that they do have those sprinkled out sevens players. They just always choose the right different lines, and they're getting over advantage lines because they're attacking the angles.
We're not really trying anything.
Yeah.
So we just check if it's our ball and everything.
Same things.
Yeah. Then it comes from their side.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, Rian Smith has had a pretty good season with a boot. Good solid. So him and Nico Skeepers, the two kickers today, or first choice kickers anyway. See, just a little bit of a breeze here that he's got to make sure that he judges it correctly. 2 steps from Rian Smith, bends down to pick up the tee, and the Cheetahs are on the board.
2, but you're right. Yes. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, measured starts from both sides, making sure they keep their phases and they play in the right position, and they benefit from that by getting the points and penalties. And that's why it's 3-3 at the moment.
So Martinus Hugo back on the park. Again, good carry from Lotte Jager. Watts looks for the cross kick. Oh, he's hoofed that straight into touch, has he? Well,
Yes, take him back.
they're going to have to come back towards the 22. I think one of the things that's concerning Puta Himon maybe for Griquas too, they've, in the 3 matches they've played, they've only scored 3 tries. And they've maybe have looked a bit predictable at the moment. Right now, they don't have enough possession to really pose that threat, but they carry the ball so well through those phases just now. Can they increase their try count?
Well, it's one of those where they have to change a bit and show a bit of deception in terms of their running. I think direct play will be good for them so they can get behind the Cheetahs defensive line, and in that way they can exploit the space on the outside.
That's a messy line out, but Martinus Hugo's done really well. Cleaned it up, provided the attacking opportunity.
Advantage.
Support coming there from Shonnet to the ball carrier. Penalty accruing here to Griquas.
Yes, I'm playing advantage.
I think the players will know that Craig Joubert
Roll away, White.
would be quite liberal in playing advantage for a length of time. They'll certainly know when he changes that.
Stolen.
No advantage, 7 White. Previous rack, 7 White.
24-year-old former Grey College boy, Lapish Labishkachny, is the man penalised. Griquas just have such a reliable goal kicker in Nico Skeepers. It should be an easy decision.
Oh, definitely, it's a great start for Griquas. Every time they've come into the half of the Free State Cheetahs, they've asked the good questions and they've kept the ball in hand. And there's no little mistakes. You can see by the way they're starting to be more direct, picking up and going, keeping the forwards honest. And that's where Peter Labuskakin got caught out there.
Yeah, and it was a great camera angle there. The shot that we got to show you the law, because Peter Labuskakin was sitting right in that grey zone in between. He wasn't behind the last man's feet. He had a go, he stopped, he held his position, then went again and got penalised.
A lot of activity on the benches down there as well. I see the guy, obviously because of the cold, they've got to keep going, bros.
Oh, it's cold here. I've got my gloves on, I've got a jacket on. It's in the shade, and you've got the Cheetahs guys just in the background warming up at the moment.
Very good routine. Nico Skerpus, also just the 2 steps. And he's banged it over. So back into the lead go Griquas.
Exactly the start that the away side wants when they have away games. So maybe we might be seeing that trend. 5 away wins.
That would be a big one. And this is, I mean, Warren made the point a little bit earlier about the importance of this match. Both teams having lost last week, coming off 2 losses, and of course losing at home is not good news either. And we've been some tight games in this year's Absa Currie Cup. This is good running from Karel Greef.
Yeah, good man.
You make just that sort of yardage that we saw from Karel Greef. It opens up things for your kicker, for your scrum half. They just have so much more room to play in, don't they?
Well, it just gives you ample time for the fly off and the scrum off, because now you can kick from the 9 or from the 10.
How's it looking, Rusty?
And it's great that they carry the ball right into the midfield so you can have either side of the field to attack from.
Hercules Liebenberg. His father, of course, played for this province as well as the other one, Griquas, and for Free State, Henning Liebenberg. Not about my time. There's Nyakani again.
Just the other day, Gavin.
Thanks, old boy. Oh, that's great running by Sadi. He's got that ability as Johan Sadi. He's a good stepper, reads space very well. Pretorius. Mahoja. Support coming there from Trevor Nyakani, guarding the ball.
Good hands.
Excellent hands. Elgar Watch a little sluggishly going back in field, but they've maintained possession, and they certainly are controlling it at the moment.
Stop yelling at me, Ross.
Takes a few guys to bring Wout de Jager down, and they still haven't done it yet. Looking to try and hold him up. Pretorius.
That's good work from him.
Lost forward.
Well, that was unfortunate that for Griquas. They turned the ball over and then hoofed it straight into touch.
And the balls are
Not really happy with that.
It wasn't
PJ Van Meulen.
obvious.
Man who can even play at centre too. He's a well-talented young lad, and he's done well to get his position into Griquas, and he's one of the leaders in the side.
Gee, I tell you guys, I was very impressed there with Wout de Jager. He got himself into a very upright position, but he showed incredible physical strength to wrestle his way forward and to secure that ball, because there was like a whole pack of Griquas guys on him trying to hold it up, and he did very, very well.
I think he's been one of the fun of the season for Cheetahs. Man is still only young, he's 20-year-old, but he's got the responsibility of calling line-outs now, and you can see how he's actually blossoming and is coming up into his own.
Yeah, we've spoken about Rory Arnold being at 2 meters 8. This guy here is 2 meters 5, so they're like basketball players out there, very, very tall, and he's just shown how strong he is through that contact zone.
That'd be an interesting high five, that.
No low fives there.
When you have a break, important that you don't have a break in concentration. Some good rhythm that the Cheetahs have right now.
That's what they want to cut down, is the handling errors, is the error rate. That's something that the Cheetahs always just undies them every time when they build the pressure. So every time when they lose that ball, it's something that they've been constantly trying to work at. I think this is what's putting lots of pressure on the Elgar Watt. I find him a bit shallow. He's not too sure where he is, catching himself halfway there or near. just his alignment as a flyer. He has to understand when to play it flat. It's a quick ball, or if it's a slow ball, playing a bit deeper.
Good line-out variation using Labuschagne. Now, Pretorius.
At the contest at the tackle, guys are going off their feet and then trying to regain their feet but never letting go of the ball. We've had 3. The trend continues, the next one goes to the bin.
Again, very clear from Craig Joubert.
Okay.
Yeah, it is, and it's what Craig's trying to do. He's trying to enforce positive play. He doesn't want negative play. If you're off your feet holding on the ball and you're trying to get back up, let go of the ball, back off, then you can go back in.
I saw you get the ball, but I couldn't play on because your guard held on the ground. So we had 2 infringements by both sides. Okay.
Jacques Coetzee back on the field. So Martin Sicha just battling with that blood from that eye injury. He's gone off the park again into the dressing room. So no doubt maybe some more stitches if he didn't have any in the first place.
Oh, this is a sign from the Cheetahs going for that touch line. Want to set up the drive.
Well, we saw that drive
Use it once.
that they looked to use a little bit earlier. Prinsloo carrying at the back. They need to find some motion now.
Say more, play on.
This is good from the Cheetahs. They've got the chance now. Can Prinsloo get it down? Yep, he can.
Good work, Rasta. Okay, all right. Okay, walk away. Work.
No love lost between 2 roommates there.
Oh, you love it.
Yeah, Reno Barnes and Boom.
Super Rugby roommates.
Oh, this is a great set from them. Body position was a key element, and then they kept the focal point of the driving ball, and they just kept on pulling in, and they depleted in front of them was the Griquas defense. Just a good focal position. Look at the way the Hercules is working hard there, Liebenberg, right in the front of that. He does well for his captain.
Cyril Pretorius operating as the second referee there. So there it is, sir. And he was spot on. Certainly Free State have scored 8 tries to 7 against them this season. Again, a stat that they wouldn't always be happy about in terms of the against. Now to get to double figures. Just seemed to come off it a little bit, and that held its line for Rion Smith.
This is very good play by the Cheetahs. The strength here is that they stuck together like super glue. They stuck together here, and you've got Prinsloo in the middle. He's coordinating that. They get fragmented to the Griquas, and the power zone just manages to get him over. Fantastic work by the Cheetahs.
Again, it's a deep kick in from Francois Brummer. And the players just... Well, Raymond Rule might have touched that. If he did, oh dear.
Touched by White, not immediately grounded, 22. Not immediately grounded, 22.
That was well picked up that by Francois, but rather by Craig Joubert. He's got to be so careful, those balls bobbing around.
Yeah, he could have caught the ball from the end and dotted it down, maybe scrum in the halfway.
Rion Smith also choosing to go a little bit deeper onto Manisi. Griquas haven't had a lot of possession in the last 10 minutes. What a big tackle that was.
Rousseau de Klerk introducing himself.
That could be a moment.
6 White!
Change of direction here to Manisi.
Leave the hair!
Griquas just really searching for a gap somewhere in the Free State defence and not finding it. Now that might have gone a little too far. Back for it, Rion Smith, the good kicker. Tight angle for him.
Touched, play on.
Now PJ Vermeulen.
Everyone on side, touched.
Change of direction there from Brummer. Vermeulen again. was good play that by Famil, and he bounced it back in field.
White number 1 falling over the tackle.
They've won a penalty as a result of that.
Craig Jabir being consistent about what he wants in the breakdown.
First infringement off your feet, and then 10, just let the ball go.
Just staying on your feet and making sure that you walk past the ball. And that's where Trevor fell over himself.
You're quite close to the action there, Bros. Just the advancement of the 10 metres, was that for talking to the referee? Did you pick something up?
For chatting to the referee, but it was disappointing from the Cheetahs because, you know, they had a really good kick chase. I thought Hercule Liedenberg did very well to make that tackle, to pull the man down. And a little bit of back chat from the Cheetahs guys. That's where the tackle had already taken place by Liebenberg. These players then fold over, they get penalised, and a couple of them have a word with Craig Jabir.
Well, it's given Nico Skeepers just a shorter distance to the posts. 45 metres, still a long kick for him, or for anybody. Remember his previous penalties was from a similar position. Wins slightly from his left to right. Oh, he's just pulled that. He just lost his rhythm there, did Nico Skeepers.
Griquas now, they do have a chance to get the ball back in hand.
This time a little bit higher from Rian Smith, fielded by Karel Creef. See, they've got Monis Skuman on the bench too. Both he and Karel Creef are very explosive flankers.
Ripped out, play on.
It's good play that from the Cheetahs. Turned over the possession in their own half.
Oh, difficult situation now. Just what does Elgar Watts do?
Sadi, long pass. Raymond Rule this time on the right wing. Moved over from the left.
Ball is out. No, back on side. Ruck. Advantage.
Oh, that's a penalty for the Cheetahs.
Offside.
Rona Barnes offside. Quick take here by Sadi. Not sure the Griquas were back 10 metres. Watts desperately trying to find his way through. Elgar Watts. Labuschagne.
Yeah, thanks.
That wasn't a ball that flew out
That's the
there.
only rest, is that right, huh? Yeah.
There's a little bit of headgear. Still, they've held on to it. Now back in field. De Jager. You always want to be thinking about times when he can actually offload. Same for Mahoje.
Advantage over.
What's Eberson? Well, they've got extra men here.
Fine, no tackle.
Sensing some space.
Rocco Jansen coming off the line there.
That's a great counter-ruck there from
Counter-ruck,
Griquas.
good,
There's
no
nothing
opposition.
wrong with it. That is extremely valuable to them. Down from Brummer. It's a great kick from Francois Brummer. So they really got themselves out of jail there, did Griquas.
Just concerted work from all the players staying up on their feet, lasting longer, in that way making the referee doubt his decision because they clean past the ball, and it just worked out very well for Griquas. Just the hard work of coming back and making sure that you get past the ball.
Yes.
Cheetahs already carried the ball through 5+ phases on 4 occasions, signalling their intention, of course. That's the way they play their game. So Leon Karamarka just also battling at the moment. He's down on his knees, getting some attention.
Looks like he's fixing his contact lens.
Okay, your side, Royce. Okay, thanks.
I might have just taken a smack on the noggin. Good clean ball for the line out again. It's Labuschagne. Now a little change of tactics, and that's a good one too. The chip from Watts.
Yes, advantage.
There was a knock on there from the Cheetahs, but it was good intention. Just looking for the change of tactics again, Kobani. I was chatting to you about that before the game too. The importance of playing a game that's not too predictable.
Oh, definitely. Just asking different questions. You can see that Eberson like knocking that ball on. But I enjoy the way that Algo Watts is actually taking initiative in this game. He's carrying the ball a bit more and he's taking it to the line. Cheetahs, they still have those mistakes where they just relinquish that pressure that they do give by keeping the ball in hand.
Well, Narkodrutsky will know a little bit about that statistic there. 5 handling errors. They've also missed 6 tackles out of 34, which they won't be too happy about. It is a game of statistics quite often.
No.
Karamaka with a pickup. JP Nell. Here comes Lobbits. He's been absent for a while. Manisi, change of direction. JP Nell carrying it up. One of the most experienced players on the field today, JP Nell.
Run away, what?
And of course, plied his trade with the Bulls.
Super Rugby winner.
Currie. Oh, it was good thinking that. A little quick pass, but it's gone forward. So enough pressure coming from the Cheetahs on Griquas. And, well, Warren Brosnian is downstairs with an interesting guest.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with Lichtoring, Landman Lichtoring. Normally you're out there controlling what's happening on the field at the line-out time. Looks like you're running the bench here at the moment.
I got the earpiece in the ear here. They're calling the substitutes through me, and I'm hopefully going to get a few of the line-out calls and just tell my team what to do in the line-out, so from the side.
Now, I heard you just commenting you're not happy with the discipline that your team's showing at the moment.
Not at all. I think if we can keep the ball like the last pass here, just keep the ball, put up the phases, we're creating the space, and I think 3-4 penalties down in their office, you can't do that.
It's going to be a real arm wrestle between these two teams that know each other so well.
For sure, always. We see it as a derby, and you can see it out on the pitch as well. A few biggies coming in, and hopefully we can come up top at the end.
Well, good luck with that injury.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Well, it shows you there's no rest for the wicked, eh? You've still got to work, even if you're injured. Lichter and Landman, another very, very experienced man.
Set!
Making his call.
Yes, nine.
Are these scrums getting better, Kobani?
Oh, the scrums, we haven't had any more in resets. I love the opportunity that Sarah Pretorius just picked up there.
Well, he's got pace too. And offload onto Van der Walt, and another offload, this time to Prinsloo. Now, can they clean quickly? Mahoja. Open Mahoja sitting it up in midfield. And Griquas all over the place defensively. Oh, that was a great tackle that from Manisi. He had a 3-on-1 situation.
Oh, Tobika Mahoja will regret the fact that he carried that ball in that first phase because the opportunities are outside with clean getaway there, but then Howard Manisi. Oh, sorry, Pretorius. Spotting that space on the blind side, and I like the deception here. 2 loose forwards linking up.
No, do it again, please.
Great sport tackle from Howard Manisi. He just understands the rugby game so well.
He certainly does. We saw that from him last week too. That was a critical situation with a 3-on-1. So Marnus Hicho battles on, with this time with a big bandage around his head. Jan Karamaka, very much part of the line-out tactics as well for Griquas.
Yes, ball is
That's
out.
good work that from Carl Grief. It's given a bit of a platform for Brahma, but it's not a great kick from him.
They do very well with their exit plays. You can see they've got a format and a process that they go through, setting it up, a quick line out, making sure that they set it up in the midfield so that it can give lots of time for Francois Bruma to kick the kick. But he didn't get enough purchase on that.
Fine.
So the key man there, of course, Diacha in the line out. Here comes a Nekani.
Inside.
Watts just probing through that half gap, keeping them very honest, the defensive line there of Griquas. Diacha. Mutayahu quite upright on that occasion, but they have secured the possession. Griquas are going to be careful that the defensive line doesn't get a bit jagged. Pretorius, Nyakani and Mahoja in tandem.
No!
I think the Cheetahs really trying to suck in as many defenders as they can, but Griquas not falling for it. They've also spread themselves across the field, so there's not big gaps there that could be exploited. Yeberson, Van der Walt. 9 phases. That's great hands that from Prinsloo. Open up for Nyakani. Here comes Raymond Rule, and he's got enough power.
Can't wait for the dance from this one.
Gee, you're gonna love it. Here it comes.
Oh, it's getting longer every week.
What is that, Gabani? What is that? Well, someone's choreographed it. They've been working hard during the week, but what a try.
Outstanding from Cheetahs. Just the way that he sported his space, and he had the presence of mind to just keep them promote the ball. And as a winger, finishing is his trait, and he does it very well coming on the inside.
Well, just one of the things with him too is just watch how well he steps here. He's not a heavy guy. He's only 78 kgs. He doesn't look it. He looks a bit bigger than that.
You go, boy.
Steps very well.
He just saw that. He saw that Hilton Lobbits was over tracking, and the only way was to beat him on his shoulder. Great for him to anticipate the space that he was moving from.
No need to rush.
So a good period of play this for the home team, getting themselves into a 13, potentially 15-6 lead. Well, this time it curls in at the last minute, so Rion Smith then with his second successful kick at goal.
Now smiles all around. I tell you, the money ball, it had the money all over it, was the ball to Trevor Nyakani. Then he delivered a great one as well to Raymond Rule. Beautiful work and beautiful choreography. The big guy, he can dance. Even the coaches are in on it. Look at it.
Oh, no, Horse Durant to be leading away and looking at it in shame.
You've got to try and get him and Nakadroski to do the same dance.
Yes.
Labishkachny.
Don't yell at me, please.
Victorious. Now Elgar Watts won't kick this directly out of touch. It's an up and under into space. There's a big chase here for Skeepers. Got bigger Skuman.
Roll away, White! Yes, ball is out and back
great
off
play
blue.
that by Pretorius. With good counter running there from Rory Arnold. Griquas looking very much for the route one on that occasion. Manisi. Well, JP Melbert, here's a chance here for Raymond Rule. Now this man has got pace.
Wow.
That's brilliant defensive work by Griquas.
Yep.
Once
Holding on.
just
Man on his feet all
understanding
right. It's brilliant.
the angles of rugby here.
Play on.
Well, quick take here by Griquas. We're right on half time. And then Brummer deciding to go deep downfield. It's a good kick from him. And we'll have enough time for this line out.
Right.
Of course, it's a Cheetahs line out, so from their point of view. They'll just want to wind down the clock, I'm pretty sure. Been a tough battle in this first half, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been very physical. You can see it's a derby game and everyone is putting up their hands and they're actually playing for the sports for the next year's Super Rugby. So everyone wants to be in contention. As important as the Currie Cup, but there's always a bigger ploy when the two teams from the Central Unions meet.
Money man is De Jager. Watts. Little chip and chase. Which way does it bounce? Oh, favourably for Saudi. Here he goes. And now Eberson. Oh, Robert Eberson passes it on to his captain. And the Cheetahs go into half-time with 3 tries.
Well, Elgar Watts has found his rhythm, mixing it up, changing options, different options, sporting out at the outside. Backs were shooting out from the Griquas, and boom, Prinsloo graciously accepts the try. Enjoy the way that he faked to play and pass, and the follow-through from the centers in tandem, and the carry from Eberson just to give it to Boom Prinsloo. Great mix of options.
No difficulty then for Smith with the conversion. And there it is, half-time. So Boom Prinsloo with 2 tries in the first half. Captain's innings from him. And a very, very solid lead this is for the Cheetahs. And in the meanwhile, Warren Brosnian is downstairs with Trevor and Yakani.
Trevor, that's a great way to go into the shed.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to go into the break with the lead. It's been hectic out there, but I feel we've been doing our job, what we trained along the week. So so far it's going great. Hopefully we can keep it up for the second half.
Well, you've really been enjoying it. You even got the dance moves going.
I mean, we myself and Raymond try to enjoy the game as much as we can. So every time we get the opportunity, we like to entertain the crowd a bit, so they can find as well being here at the stadium.
Well, enjoy it. Go and join your team in the shed. Thanks, mate.
So there we have it then. Half-time official scoreline here. Cheetahs 22, Griquas 6.
Dames en heren, stel op het veld die Cheetah Kids. Cheetah Kids worden ondersteund deur die Vrystaatse Rugby Unie en bied aan kinders ouderdom 6 tot 13 geleentheid om kennis te maak met hul rugbyhelde. Kinders word in oefensessies afgerig om hul kennis, veiligheids- en rugbyvaardighede geen kontak te verbeter. Cheetah Kids is die ideale platform om die passievolle rugby-ondersteuner en ontwikkelende kind te ondersteun. Professionele afrigting onder leiding van Albert Currie bied elke seun die geleentheid om tot sy volle potensiaal te ontwikkel. Cheetah Kids word ook graag
Welcome back to the Free State Stadium. 22-6 it is. The Cheetahs with 3 tries to none from Griquas.
Oh, there's a great setup and a driving maul that put up the captain.
Use it once.
Body position from the Cheetahs was excellent. They kept their patience and they worked in tandem and they showed their power. Numbers depleting from Griquas and a driver scored by the captain, Braun Prinsloo. Focal point, everyone working towards the point where they want to get over, and they do well here. And Sarah Pretorius just nominating that it is a try.
Well, some good strong work from the forwards was the order of the day with the first try. It was very much the case with the second too, and it was Raymond Gruel's sleight of foot, or speedy of foot rather, that was able to get over for that try.
Just overseeing a man, over tracking, using his swerve and using his step, coming off his left foot. But what a great ball from Trevor Nyakani, promoting it out to his dancing partner. And he comes strictly dancing for a celebration.
Well, it's been the Prinsloo day in many ways. And again, very much a team try here. The little chip kick over the top. Just watch how well it bounces there. Beautiful play from Johan Sadi. And then the little pop there, and well, Robert Everson deciding to give it to his captain to score the second try.
Change of tactics from the Cheetahs. They're keeping the Griquas defensive side a bit more honest with those chips from Algawat. As every team nowadays defend with 4 man up, and there's a lot of space in between the fullback and the line of defense. It has been a great attacking play from the Cheetahs. They'll be very happy, although the handling errors have been one of the problems in the first half. But one of the things that they've done, handling errors has been one of the keys. They want to cut down on that, and penalties conceded, they'll be happy with that. And they're keeping the possession, and there's no possession, and the missed tackles from the Griquas, they have to work hard to make sure that they come back for the second half.
Dames en heren, dat was fantastisch. Geef hulle 'n lekker applaus. Dit was die jockey, Bom meisies van Universitas Primêr.
Welcome back then to the Free State Stadium, where the Cheetahs are leading by 22 points to 6 against Griquas.
Naka, are you happy?
Yes, it's going well so far, Bros. It's quite important that we keep the intensity the second half. Last two games we didn't score any points in the second half, so we need to step up from there, and our game plan is working well. It's important that we stick to that.
You'd be happy with the way you finished. You've got to carry it, because the second, like you said, has been a problem.
Yes, definitely. We need to get points on the board in the next 5 or 10 minutes, take the pressure off, and just stick to the game plan. It's been working so far.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it's war. It certainly isn't any derby match. But it's Griquas at the moment with their backs to the wall. Despite, I think, what Nakadrotski had to say there, it's really quite important that Griquas get onto the board quite soon.
Definitely, they have to play a bit more territory, get themselves in the right position so that they can convert that territory into points and get themselves early into the lead, or give themselves a chance and opportunity to get onto the scoreboard as early as possible. That will grow with their confidence, and they know that they struggle, the Cheetahs, in the second half.
Well, there's one change, and Piet Lindekie is on in place of Rion Smit. That's an interesting call. Just wonder if that's injury driven. Rion Smit seemed to be okay, but of course he's the goal kicker in the side too.
Okay, thanks.
So a good chance here for the former Grey College boy, Piet Lindekie. Also was down playing for the Sharks, as in fact so many Free State players over the years have done.
Well, definitely it's their second home, Durban.
Right. Marcus Skuman, Leon Karamaka. And it's Elga Watts then with a kick down onto Karel Grief. Just so seldom that you see Griquas really kicking out of their 22. They're going to do it on this occasion. They're sometimes quite happy to carry the ball up. That's a really good kick from Francois Brummer.
Perfect clearance, great exit play, taking it over the halfway line, and purchase of the kick was great. And the kick was starting to feel comfortable within their own skin here.
49 caps for the Bulls. Francois Brummer, so he's a man of great experience. So Prinsloo at scrum half then. Tap down, and it's not great ball on this occasion for Free State. That's good play from De Jager. Lengthy frame picked up by Mahoja. Just that momentum just opens up things if you can clear quickly from the base of the scrum after that.
Slowing the ball down. No.
Well, Griquas will be a little bit worried about the mounting penalty count.
Look, I am comfortable that the trend has changed, but now's an immediate one again. So the warning is back on. If the trend continues, next guy's bin. Just hold on.
Well, that message is very clear then. You don't want to play this game with 14 men. And that's a great kick from Elga Watts, right up to the 5-meter mark.
Oh, see the smile on the coaches over here in the coach's box.
Good work.
That's class
I'm going to the back,
from
front
Elga
seals.
Watts. Just the rolling away, just the discipline, and the more direct and deliberate play from the Cheetahs is starting to take its toll in penalty counts against the Griquas.
Fine.
Well, we've seen this drive in the first half from Free State.
Same ball.
Catching the line out.
Through the middle is fine.
Good grouping, enough patience, and then carrying it up.
Sinsberger Schooner is right in the middle of that, and is holding that ball up.
Well, that ball's obviously off the ground.
Use or lose.
So it was a question of use it or lose it. It was a maul. It was carried by Free State, so Griquas will have the put in.
We're going to look for positives for the Griquas here, because they at the tail end of the scoreline, and they need to start working their way forward. That was good defence from them. They got in amongst the Cheetahs. They stopped that drive. We saw the score earlier on from Boom Prince in that same manner. Well done by this man, Burger Skuman.
Thank you.
All the way from Paarl.
Yeah, Western Province Institute Academy boy. He's come across, and there's lots of Western Province floating around there in the Griquas side. Looking forward to seeing Patrick O'Brien coming in from the bench.
That's a real opportunity for Patrick O'Brien. I mean, that's where we all came from club, or in the old days we came from the club scene. That's how you came through. It's changed today, and it'll be fantastic for him. Sardi's had a really good game as well, been very apparent, Bobs.
Oh, yeah, it's the centre. What I enjoy about him is the anticipation of space and the way that he carries the ball with 2 hands. And he just as a Lincoln player, he's just taking his game in leaps and bounds here, as the coach stated. It's all about getting chances and playing.
And I think that's what it is. In recent times, he maybe hasn't had all those chances. He hasn't been apparent enough, hasn't been visible enough on the field. That first half was an excellent one for him. So what sort of pressure could Griquas expect here at scrum time?
Crouch. Bind. Set. Green on the arm. Green on the arm.
Definitely not happy with that. The binding coming from Roberts, Steph Roberts. Binding on the arm of Trevor Nyakani and then folding on the pressure.
Well, this is interesting. They're going to take a little tap here, and they're going to use Nyakani to carry it up. Griquas, rather Free State, very confident that they can score another try to get a bonus point. They've got 3 already. Is another one going to be coming soon? Got the power of the forwards to help carry it up, and Craig Hubert is right on the spot, and the penalty goes against the Cheetahs. They must have been caught up short. It was a double movement.
No, long man caught up short.
Not often he's told to be short.
Currie, I tell you what I want you to look for here is I'm comfortable that if the first thing is short, he tries to promote it in a double movement. So all I want you to look at is when he initially places the ball, does he place it on the line? If he's short, I'm giving a penalty for a double movement.
Right, I'll have a look, Craig.
Yeah.
Kerry Kutsia, our TMO.
Yes.
It's the deliberate playing from the Cheetahs. So he was short right there.
Gee, that's close.
It's very close, but definitely not on the line. And that's the second movement that Craig Hubert is talking about.
It almost looked like it was grounded and then pushed forward slightly.
Yeah. If he made the try from the first attempt, there will be no need for the second one, isn't it? And that's the question that's posed to Harry Kutsia. So he comes short, and definitely is only inches.
That almost looks like it's on the line.
Yeah, because that may well have gone back as well. Look at the focus on his eyes, the determination.
Look at the experience from JP now using his knee. Eh?
Well spotted, Kumani.
It's always the way when you're defending close to the line. Use your knee to cover the line. And it's well done for JP now. All the experience. All those Super Rugby winning titles and medals in his cupboard.
Craig, the grounding was short.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Grounding short, therefore double movement.
Well, the decision is taken, so Griquas have a chance here to get out of their territory, or certainly out of their 22 at least, which Francois Brummer has secured.
Oh, they definitely under siege now. All the pressure is onto the Griquas. They haven't had any ball to play with, and Cheetahs are looking comfortable. They're not even kicking for balls anymore. They're starting to get into their phase play.
So Barnes with his new line-out options. Hasn't been easy for them. They've just, well, in fact, they haven't lost any line-outs in this match. Not that they've thrown the ball in that much, but they've certainly used Leon Karamarka quite regularly, and not the new combination of Lovitz and Arnold.
Use it once.
A very squat-heavy Colton Lobbits, but he helps a lot with his lifting in the line-out.
Again, it's Brummer. This time goes down the field.
Backwards.
On to Lindeke.
And he was inside when he touched it. Yep.
Now Karel Greef. Tell you what, that's not a bad kick. That if it bounced or didn't bounce favourably enough there. And well, the aerial ping pong comes to an end with Roman Rule getting it out. And around about the 10-metre line.
That's going to hit the line-out's going to happen right in front of me here. And just when you saw Peter Lindeke in that series of play, I can report that Rian Smith has left the field. He's got some sort of stomach complaint, and that's as much as I could get out of it.
Thanks, Bros. And of course, obviously Free State a little bit concerned about their ace goal kicker being off the park. But of course, Elgar Watts can kick at goal too, and did so for Boland for many seasons. Good work from Skuman. Brummer. Manisi flops out of his hand.
Well, it always tends to happen when you got that set move. You already anticipated without even looking at the situation right in front of you.
Just on the arm.
And you can see he was already looking for the inside pass because he had the runner. Those errors starting to creep into the Griquas.
Yeah, let's go, guys. Good call.
And part of the challenge for them too is that they haven't got the position that they want. They haven't really had that, you know, to afford making mistakes.
Nice long bind.
Free State a little bit on a roll. They've got a lot of rubber onto the road. One feels towards the end of the first half, and started off in the second half in the same fashion.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Yes, none. Fine.
Good scrum that for Free State. There's the change of direction. Roman Rule just almost scuffed there in the tackle.
Play on. No. Run away.
Hard-working Lapish Kachni. And then Rousseau de Klerk.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, they're getting lots of possession now, our Free State. They're starting to get good rhythm. They're starting to use the width of the field, and it's starting to work for them. Here comes Sadi, and back in field it goes, and it's a great finish, this. Elgar Watts to put the finishing touches, a real team try. And the bonus point.
No, I'm happy. No. Excuse me.
Elgar Watts scoring his 16th IFSA Currie Cup try. All this happens, getting over advantage line, running onto space. Love the way Robert Eberson promotes the ball in the tackle, and they just kept their patience. Now those error rates are gone. They're backing up from everyone. Support play, outstanding from the back line. That's an explosive back line we were talking about, Free State. With those two centers, the way that they just keep on, and the backup from the left winger, Raymond Rule. And Elgar Watts, a man who started it all, playing on the front foot.
Traditional Free State rugby, so Elgar Watts is now taking over the goal-kicking duties. Well, their success continues with that conversion, and it's a sad day too for Griquas with Hilton Lobbits coming off the field and being replaced.
Oh, this is a little bit of Free State Cheetahs magic. Absolutely beautiful stuff. The handling by these players. Raymond Rule coming off his wing, offering himself as a runner. Elgar Watts cleans it up and scores the try, but what a fantastic team try. Disappointing here for Hilton Lobbits leaving the field with that right arm being carried by the trainer.
So Patrick O'Brien onto the field for his Currie Cup debut.
Yeah.
Another deep kick from Brummer, Pretorius. Wastes absolutely no time. It's a very good kick, right up to the halfway line. Nothing that Skuman could do. He didn't have anybody you could throw it to.
Oh, basics done very well by the Cheetahs. Scoring the try, making sure they go back into the half of Griquas. And that's all you want as a coach, especially from those kickoffs.
Now Barnes, he's used Karamarka quite a lot in the lineouts. Standing in the middle. Burgers Skuman at the back. Skuman's the jumper.
Roll away, White! Onside here, White. Use it!
Quickly out from Hijo. First touch there for Patrick O'Brien. Here's Howard Manisi. Started off well, but then has got pretty quiet, as of most of the Griquas backs. In fact, they haven't really had the opportunities.
And our possession has been against them the whole game.
Rocker Janssen taking it in.
O'Brien.
Number 5, roll away.
Oh, cynical play there.
Well, that could be a real problem that for the Cheetahs.
So you're standing 3 or 4 meters away, no effort to retire. It's cynical infringement.
Yeah, I thought that might happen. So a yellow card then for Tabo Mahoje.
Yeah, mark number 10. Thank you. 10 minutes.
Now, could this be significant, Gavin? It's exactly what this Griquas team need. They need something to get them going, become the catalyst. Now they're going to be 15 against 14. They've got 10 minutes. They've got to make it count while Tebogo Opa Mahaja sits on the sideline.
I wanted to ask you down there, Braz, as well, because you're close to the action. You can see the look in the eyes, and that if Griquas were just maybe falling into a lull or a situation where, you know, they were feeling a beaten team.
Well, they certainly were looking like at the body language that you could read. They've got to change that now. They've got an opportunity, and it's been spoilt.
Well, Lapish Skachny with the catch. Pretorius. It looked like they were going to run out of trouble, but look at the support play once again.
Tackle, play
but
on.
It's been turned over by Griquas. They've got a chance. Here comes Manisi. Just don't have enough players running onto the ball at pace. Everyone's sort of getting it in a standing position. That's a little bit better from them now. Brummer, Manisi, little pop pass, Rocco Johnson, he's got pace, this man. Which way does it bounce? It bounces for the Griquas player.
Oh, you talked about the catalyst, bros.
Well, he's maybe going to go and have a look upstairs. He's Craig Jabir, but I tell you what, I reckon that's a try.
Currie, try, no try, please.
Go and have a look.
Yeah.
Try, no try.
Yeah, try, no. Yeah, probably better.
Oh, he's just looking
Gut
for
feel? Gut feel?
that he puts down.
Yeah. Yeah, 1-2.
He's a great finisher, he is. Rocky Janssen. There's a bit of daylight in there. There is a bit of daylight, but then he carries it on.
Yeah, it's what they're looking for. They want simultaneous contact between the hand, Rocco Janssen's hand, the ball, and the ground. Does that happen simultaneously?
Keep an eye on his left hand.
Yeah.
It's a great call there. That is a try. Definitely. It's always hard when you see them on replay. Because, you know, on a full live play, those margins under clear.
Did the hand lose contact with the ball? And that's really what Currie could see is looking for right now.
Craig Currie?
Yes, Currie.
It's inconclusive that he lost that ball forward, and therefore you may award the try.
I think that's a sound decision, and it's certainly one that Griquas would welcome.
Well, Cheetahs 40 men down, and Rocky Janssen benefits for that, and he scores the try for Griquas.
So Nico Skeepers looking to extract 7 points against 14 men. Another good kick that from Cheetahs.
Gee, it's just the tonic that this Griquas team needed, and Janssen did very, very well here. The hands there from Skuman were brilliant. He puts it on the boot, and he knows he's got the gas. He knows he's got Van der Walt. He comes down, scores the try. A decisive one for the Griquas team. The hands there from Anisi were very good as well. Read and summed up so well by the left winger.
Well, good to see him using his left boot there too, so he could control it better on the outside. In the meanwhile, Hercules Liebenberg looks like he's off the park. Etienne Reineke on at hooker.
More!
Griquas managing to get that down. Until they'll be mindful that they're up against 14-2. Can they create some more opportunities? Well, you can if you go down the middle of the field into space.
No tackle, play on!
It's another turnover, this time in favour of the Cheetahs.
Robert Everson
just does such a good job, and he's in the scrum half position there, Robert Everson, on that occasion. Ansari keeping the Griquas defence busy, and a penalty this time for the Cheetahs, so they can really wind down things with a kick to goal.
I thought your arrival was okay, and then
it was decision making not great at that moment. They had an overlap. They tried to overplay a bit on the exit play, and that's what has come up to. And Everson, outstanding as always in the loose ruck.
What about this play here from the Cheetahs? They're a man down. Ordinarily, you'd kick it goal, try count the clock down. They want the points. This was tough on Manus Skuman because he's going in to try and win that ball, and he almost gets tackled and cleaned out, so he loses his feet.
You got beaten in space there, bros. One of the laws when you get into a breakdown, you want to occupy that space and make sure that you get past the man and create that angle a bit harder for the open side flanker.
A lot of confidence here from the Cheetahs.
Well, they've got pretty much the whole pack there in that maul, so they can get good momentum with it. If Griquas collapse it, they'll get penalised. But Pretorius wants it and gets it. Yeberson. It's bouncing off Manisi.
Turnover good!
Counter-rucking.
That's brilliant turnover, we thought initially.
Backward.
But it's come back to the Free Staters. Just amazing what a difference it does make when you lose a player to a yellow card. And of course every player is key on the field. Griquas counter-racking but not managing to do anything with it. Jas van der Walt!
Just time green!
And his ankle clipped on that occasion. Watts. Tossed back in field. Favourable bounce here for Raymond Rule. The one thing Griquas won't want to do after having scored is give away any points.
8 green away!
While they have a numerical advantage.
Right, let it go, 19!
It's a great ploy from the Cheetahs. They're keeping the ball in hand. They know that they can buy time because they got a man in the bin.
Let's just hear what Craig Jabert's got to say.
Because you're not maintaining your body weight, so your arrival, your position in arrival is okay. You then go off your feet. We've had repeated warnings to your team, so it's been on repeated infringements.
Oh dear, there's a balancing act.
Oh, it's a leveler.
On your feet when you contest.
Oh, he's been consistent, and he's mentioned all what he's looking for at the breakdown, and he talked about changing the pattern and the attitude. Compounding pressure. The results in getting a yellow card.
Well, I guess what's really important too for the Cheetahs is to play the situation.
Yes.
They kicked the last one out, Bros, and you spoke about that, and I think that is the way they play their rugby, in a positive way. However, they feel at this juncture it's good to take the 3 points from up front.
You kill off a bit of time. You got a man in the bin, so you put on the pressure. Griquas have to chase a tougher, bigger lead. So great call from the captain, from Prinsloo.
Yeah, well, it's 3 points that are there for the taking. They may as well take them, put them in the bank and start all over again from the halfway line, work their way down. They're very confident in their play at the moment. The Cheetahs, they've got no problems from scoring tries out wide.
And a 19-point advantage, which is substantial enough. So Billy Duplessis on for Elgar Watts. Or is he on for Elgar Watts? I don't think so. I see Elgar Watts still on the field. Here comes Van der Walt. That's a high tackle on him.
No, it's a bit of a bear hike there.
Yep, thanks. Advantage.
And the referee's got the call from Rushdie
Just penalty only?
Rashavenga.
Yeah. Dangerous tackle 17.
So Elgar Watts still on the park. He's kicked well out of hand today, hasn't he? Those little chips and his kicks to the touchline have been top book.
Oh, confidence in something different. Just a body position from Brummer Badenhorst there. You have to work from underneath yourself and then get up with your shoulder. And you could see from the start, he had his arms flaring around. And couldn't run the neck.
First throw in there for Etienne Reinecker. When Prinsloo back on the field, so they've got 15 now, have the Cheetahs.
Oh, Trevor Nyakane has been good, really.
Yeah, I think so much space has been opened up too for Sarah Pretorius to work in.
Okay, all right. Holding on, man on their feet.
Those are the decisions that he has to try maybe eradicate from his game. Where he has a go, when does he have a go? And support play is one of those difficult to support a man who just plays out of confidence. He always sports the space and he always has a go.
It was a good turnover there by the captain, Reno Barnes. They're going to have a line out deep into the 22 of this Cheetahs side. With 14 plays, 15. Can they make it count, the Griquas?
See another change there with Vian de Preer coming on. Of course, he's been plying his trade with Munster in Ireland. He's a Springbok of one test. Welcome the opportunity will be under Preer.
Really Duplessis came on for the fullback, Henny Danila.
5 out. Okay, straight down. 1 out's over.
Now Griquas looking for the maul. Here comes Barnes. They've counteract quite well on occasions in this match. Not that they need to counteract right now because they've got the ball.
Oh, they're doing well. They can pass the ball, which is very key to get that quick ball.
And they're desperate for more points. Trailing by those 19. Yeah, is a chance for them. And they've managed to keep it in field. Karamarka's got his hands on it.
That was a maul!
Griquas have got to use this ball.
Oh, it's on the floor now.
Onside, onside!
No, it's on the deck now. And there's the drive for the line. And the try's been awarded. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure that Rasta Rashavenga was in a good position to provide support there to that call.
Yeah, no, you can send him back, thanks. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, they just up the NT, especially on their keens, and the carries are more deliberate. And it was well laid there from the captain. Thought JP Nile did very well to keep the ball in play and not going to the touchline. And they had a great patience from the Griquas, and they benefit from that. And there's Brummer, Badenhorst.
Currie, I want you in the frame here for potential foul play. I've got a player here who's showing me bite marks that I can see. He claims it's the try scorer after the try, so I want you to have a look and see if you can see anything, please.
Right, we'll have a look.
Yeah. Who was the try scorer number?
Well, drama here at the Free State Stadium. and in fact in the world of rugby.
Oh, curtains, everyone's trying to bite now. Mike Tyson style.
Just to be sure
That's ridiculous. There is no place for this in the game.
I absolutely agree with you, Warren.
Were you the try scorer?
No, the Australian.
Grab him for me, please. Bring him.
Okay.
It's the big Aussie here.
Yeah, that's fine.
The big dog. He's going over for his first try in Currie Cup rugby. Now, has he bitten the guy in the process? The mouth is open. I hope not.
Called a happy bite after you score a try.
I hope that's not why he's got that nickname.
A big dog.
I just want you to have a look at. There's an allegation that you bit this player after the try. I just want you to have a look at his arm. Someone's bitten him. I'm not saying it's definitely you, but that's the allegation. We're having a look to see if we can see anything on the replay.
Okay.
Can I wipe this bit off now?
Rather just ask him if he'll own up.
Honesty call.
If it's just there's no try.
That does not look good in my
No,
book.
the try stands. It's after the try, so that's
So we
irrelevant.
get a penalty on half. Right.
If we can prove it. I can't just make a penalty up for something that's
But if
not.
the TMO gives it, it's on the half now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's H. America. He's a man who allegedly got bitten.
Once the ball has been thrown in, anything that happens after that could result in a penalty on the halfway line plus the yellow or red card. So a tough call here for the TMO2 to try and find out whether or not.
And that's his arm going underneath it, and that's where it could be the case, because that's where he had the bite marks.
And we heard from Craig Joubert that would not affect the try. The try has been scored, so the ball was grounded prior to that happening, and now
Currie,
they're just
yeah.
trying to prove
Do you
it.
have a decision?
No, I can't see anything on the
Okay.
screen.
There definitely was a bite by that player on the arm.
You've seen that there was a bite by number 5 green on the arm.
That's correct.
Okay, thanks. I've got it from here. Thank you. 5, come here, please.
But he's in
Right
big
now.
trouble.
It's going to be a short Currie Cup career.
All the first day. First try, first game, red
Okay,
card.
the replays proved that there was a bite on the arm by you, so that's a red card. And
Well, it was the
trial
right-hand
stands.
pocket.
We'll restart with the penalty.
Gee, his problems just are
So after
compounded,
the
aren't
try-
they? He's got a
the
problem
try
in the
stands.
locking berth.
We
He's
restart
just
with the
lost his
penalty.
lock, and I'm sure there's going to be some sort of disciplinary action that'll probably happen post this as well.
Well, it really has spoiled things potentially, for Griquas too, losing a man permanently. As it was, they had a situation, of course, with a yellow card too, to their replacement minus Skuman.
And importantly, also, Tebogo Opamahoja comes back onto the field after this kick.
That'll be a penalty halfway for the Cheetahs.
So Nico Skierper struck it beautifully. Oh, touches the upright and goes in. Well, I'll tell you what, it's game on now. So there's the penalty to the Cheetahs on the halfway line as a result of the infringement after the try had been scored.
The cynical play.
Yep.
Bit of a bitter taste.
So wait there. Walk circle.
Having a biting allegations and being proven guilty on the game. It was a good call from the officials. They made a decision and they went for it, and the Cheetahs will benefit from that during the game.
That's another great kick that from Elgar Watts. Really is become a confidence player. Opportunity was there, he's using it.
And so to speak, the cards are stacking up against the Griquas. It's 15 playing against 13 at the minute. A huge numerical advantage now for this Cheetahs team that have got a lot of confidence.
Use it once. 17. 7. Don't swim.
Well, that's good motion. Griquas
Yeah, he's bound there from the start.
Referee says he's quite within his rights
Ball's
where he was,
available.
competing for the ball.
Onside here. Let it go, it's green.
Against 14 men, often the width of the field provides you with some answers if you're able to use it effectively.
Lost forward. Okay, all right, relax.
Key thing here, Kobani, is that they've got to make up 12 points. And they know they've got 14 players for the rest of the match. And just tactically, how do they play it? You know, is it additional replacements? They've already used 3, 4 in fact.
Yes, the mark.
Well, I guess now it's a time for them to try stretch the Cheetah side in some way and actually attack off the cuff, playing where everyone backs it up, because you know when you want a man down, this is when now you start getting galvanized by the fact that you want to have that fighting spirit.
And we've got a fullback binding on the open or the right tight head side flank, and the number 15 jersey is now moving across to the far side. PJ Vermeulen.
I think another tactic you could do, not against the law or the spirit of the game, is actually bring on another loose forward and have more loose forwards than props in the game.
Set. Yes, not.
Kobani, you shouldn't be thinking of those things.
Ball out the mouth.
Ball came out the mouth, so we'll have another scrum.
Ball out the mouth of the tunnel.
Warren, what are Griquas doing right now? That's a defensive situation that they're in front of their goalpost. One man short. How are they scrumming?
The problem is they've got no weight on the tight head, Nick Sconnott. So they're battling here with the weight. He's getting pressurised. It's going straight out the tunnel. They've got a fullback on the other side, and you know, often they say the flankers don't scrum, but they do add some sort of value, some sort of weight. It's a collective effort of all 8. And when you take one out, you battle. When you take 2 out, you are at a severe disadvantage, and that's where the Griquas are at the moment. So it's about a rescue operation. They've got to get this ball in quick, use a channel 1, get it out as quickly as possible.
Bind.
You can see he's moved over to the tight head side now. The problem with that, though, it exposes you on the far side as well, because you've now got a big window there where the ball can skew out.
Keep your head and shoulders up. All right. And you maintain your bind.
But it's important for there to be weight on the tight head, Nick Sconnott.
Yeah, and he's up against a very experienced Rian Tapera. The man has played over there in Munster.
Yeah,
that's a bread and butter scrumming.
A spare thought for PJ Vermeulen on the side of the scrum.
He must be loving that, getting involved.
First time ever.
Well, there's an Irish connection, because Etienne Reinick has also been playing for Connacht, which is up in Ireland as well.
Set. Yes, no.
There comes the shove from Free State.
Pulling out of the contest.
Pulling out of the contest. Handy Nick scored it there on that scrum.
Well, the Cheetahs smell blood. I thought that they might well have considered a little tap and go.
Well, I'll tell you, even a scrum, because they've got the dominance. They could have gone for the pushover try. Griquas could have possibly thought about bringing another forward, another backline player in to try help bolster that scrum, because there's a lot of pressure going in and they're battling.
I see Martin Skuman standing on the touchline ready to come on from his yellow card. Warren in front of you.
Yeah, he's ready to come back on. He's on the touchline, just about to run back on once this kick has been taken.
So third successful kick at goal then for Elgar Watts. Just pushes that lead up a little more substantially. There comes Martin Skuman back onto the park. So they're up to 14 men, our Griquas.
This man's had a big game.
Finding quite a bit of latitude. Marks the Cheetahs going to stretch Griquas with one man short. Robert Ibbison taking it in. Watts on to beyond Dupria. There's that little dangerous chip kick again. Plenty of players running for it, including Labushkachny. It's gone back in field to Reno Barnes.
No influence. Ball is out.
Well, the Cheetahs looked like they had turned that over legally, but there was a knock-on.
Well, Cheetahs they're very comfortable. They've scored their bonus point, and now it's just a matter of just getting numbers and points on the board.
And big Davin Robbenhaven's come on for Peter Lapis Labushkachny, who will depart the scene of action.
He brings a lot of energy to the field as Davin Robbenhaven.
Yeah, he is a Springbok. But this is great chat from Craig Chube there, stating that the ball was out. And a few knock-ons, but just enjoying the fact that he's communicating with the guys and the guys are adhering to him.
On Cheetahs with 7 handling errors in the game, which they won't be happy about. So Richard Lawson also on for JP Nell.
Crouch!
He's had limited opportunities, Richard Lawson. He's an emerging Springbok.
Yes, none.
Comes from Weinberg down in the Cape. It's another good scrum, this from the Cheetahs.
They are knock back, knock back.
Is having his cake.
Well, here's a chance now for them. Anyakani. And they've got the men lining up out wide. Yibberson coming in field to Raymond Rule. And one of the things when you're getting a lot of possession is you can have a little bit of over-elaboration.
Anticipating play before it even does happen. Just not respecting the situation that you see in front of you.
Yep, send him on.
It's definitely the ball's never really on
guys, all good, so just on engage, maintain the stability, okay?
Raymond, if he attacked into the space instead of running to the shoulder of the man.
Yeah.
I tell you, the nightmare's just going to continue for the Griquas because they are really battling here now in the scrum. They've got to pull one of their backs in. And make it an 8 scrum. Pull it back in that's prepared to scrum. Make him work. He's got to throw that tight head in.
Richard Lawson has stuck his hand out.
He's got to. They're in a defensive situation here. The first thing you've got to do is secure the ball at your first phase.
Well, last time up, they gave away a penalty, of course.
And the Cheetah scrum is just so good in the second half. So relentless in terms of the pressure they put in.
Yes, none.
Well, they've stood pretty well here, have Griquas. Karamaka looking to run off. Jacques Coetzee is on permanently now, I believe, for Manus Hicho. This is the other Manus Skuman. With the
advantage right.
This is where Free State can be very dangerous.
Advantage over.
Downfield from Sadi. It's a very good kick right into the corner.
Wait there, Green.
Well, it's a good kick from Brahma too.
Yes, play on.
But quick opportunity, yeah. Piet Lindeque and company to run Gerber, or rather Willie du Plessis.
Yeah, I'm ruling a knock-on in the tackle.
Well, handling errors mounting then, up to 15 from both sides.
Kevin Waiters is going to come onto the field for Sorrel Pretorius.
Yep, play on, time on.
He does bring a bit of a different play. Late is more of a service scrum half. Just trying to up the ante at the last 8 minutes of this game.
Okay, guys, time on. Let's go. Thanks.
And big Chevenyakani just battling with those calf muscles. He's been running around.
Let's go one.
Presenting himself as a ball carrier. But those big stakes hanging below his knees are starting to cramp. That's a good fillet there.
It must be from the dancing.
That's from cycling.
Oh, he's had a strong game today. Just love the way that Free State have involved him in terms of their game plan. They know that he's going to make the yards for them. He's a great ball carrier. And it's very awkward in a way that he's very squat and he carries with his leg drive and he gets over advantage line and he creates lots of opportunities.
Well, he's going to cry off his Trevor Nyakani. But he's defended extremely well today, as well as carried the ball.
Oh, you know this man has been earmarked. He's had a great Super Rugby season, and he just kept on hammering away. That's a work rate that the loose forward just puts out there for the Cheetahs.
Rousseau de Klerk then comes back onto the park with Nyakani off.
Bind! Set! Yes, none! Ball is out.
Karamaka just couldn't get an early offload. They just want some continuity to get behind that first line of defence.
Good work.
Excellent play from PJ from Yellen.
4! So use it!
Griquas always seem to be more comfortable when they've got the ball in hand.
Stay up!
Always keen to kick it. And this maybe would be a good ploy for them just to hang on to it for a while. They've had a real shortage of possession in this match.
Just need more accuracy in the cleaning. They're using loads of numbers to clean them, and it doesn't give them any play or ask any other questions to the Cheetah side because they don't have the numbers. They're all in the breakdown.
Stay up too! Use it.
Well, the tackles are certainly being made by the Cheetahs. Some pretty ferocious ones too.
Play on, yes you can.
Skuman. Good play by Mana Skuman.
Advantage. On your feet.
Well, that's a quick take from Jacques Coetzee. He saw the opportunity with the Cheetahs back 10.
Straight down.
Again, it's Mana Skuman. It looks like those 10 minutes in the bin have helped him a bit. He's all over the park at the moment. Again in possession.
No, play on knee.
Karamaka.
Roll out what?
Barton was carrying strongly to their supporter.
Skuman.
4!
Brummer. Nanisi. The long pass now, yeah, it might have been a chance, but it's a knock-on. Eventually hoofed into the stand by Richard Lawson.
Threading the needle there, PJ from Millen. Putting the ball into space. Richard Lawson just anticipating that space in front of him.
Yeah, we've got
Maybe got a bit excited.
Some of those blokes.
Yeah, very disappointing for Richard Lawson. Walter Vermeulen has also come onto the field. Looks like big Loot de Jong. I think he can be very, very happy with the game he has put out as coming off.
And you're saying that he's been a beanpole?
Yes. Okay, thanks.
That's Vian de Prier getting some attention. He has had a good match, Loot de Jong. In fact, he's grown in stature. If you consider, where he's come from, his age, he's still so young. He's got a big career in front of him, and he's learning all the time.
Speaking to Michael Horrock, he almost pulled him up from the Puma's region, and he's never had experience, but he's come on leaps and bounds, and he's been very strong. But Trevor Nyakani and him, they've been the ball carriers, presented themselves very well, carries the ball well, the man, and he promotes it, and he creates a nice try for his mate, Raymond Rule.
We're now witnessing why those calves have cramped.
That's because of the whisker of white line,
Put on those dancing shoes.
We'll move on, but cheers.
Well, not for a while, because he's got a sore calf.
And a big smile.
And a big smile, no doubt about it. It's been not a clinical performance from the Cheetahs, but certainly workmanlike in many ways.
Hard work pays off, and that's what the Cheetahs have been doing. They've outworked the Griquas side in every department, and they made sure that they get their numbers and they get their structures right, and they've cut down on the error rates.
Collapsing number 3, collapsing on your knees.
Well, Craig Joubert will always be on the lookout, of course, when you've got a scrum that's inferior in numbers. and ultimately, I suppose, in quality then too. Likely to be conceding penalties, and Elgar Watts is just pumping the ball downfield, keeping the Cheetahs in the Griquas half of the field, not really giving them an opportunity. Another change, Matthew Dobson coming on for Griquas.
Oh, it's going to be a massive game. The Sharks picking up the Bulls just after this game. Two teams, and both need to pull up and get that opportunity, because it's open up from the draw from last night.
Interesting change there, Bros. Two hookers on the field. Long pass then, and he has some width here for Raymond Rule. Can he use it? Back in field he comes, still running. Good support from Watts.
Play on, no influence, play on.
Just look at them lining up. I tell you what, the Cheetahs, they're there by the hundreds.
Oh, what a raid from Burger Schoolman.
Brilliant defense from him. Had to sort of cover for about 2 or 3 players. But this time Brummer and Manisi.
Fine.
So Lawson trying to find his way through. See where the fresh legs are.
Run away, Watts!
Including Matthew Dobson. Now Manisi, quick pass. And a chance here. Oh, absolutely butchered by Griquas. They had Rocco Janssen, who's got great pace.
Ball touched.
In a bit of space.
Oh, there's a lot of space and there's an opportunity for them. It's just been one of those days.
Thank you.
I mean, bros, you can feel the hard-working Griquas here, losing on the opportunities that they've had. They haven't had much ball in the second half.
Yeah, it's got to be clinical with ball in hand here. The tackle comes through onto Mohoja. He was up in the air. There was no bad intent from Burger Schoolman whatsoever.
No malicious, but Cheetahs now with the line out just inside the 10-meter line, and a goal from the fly off. Watts, boom, Prenslow over advantage line, but he's a bit isolated. Yes, he was.
Holding on, 16 arriving player, holding on.
Yeah, that's really good work by Matt Dobson and Morris Schoolman working together.
Everyone's 10.
Oh, Morris Schoolman has just come on and he's just lifted this Griquas side. Led on by Reynold Barnes, the captain. Katia. Looking like Broma, Nisi, Howard stepping. Tackles are strong for Watts and Mahoja.
That's good work.
Oh.
Backward, play on, backwards.
It's been one of those days, eh, bros?
Ball is out.
Very tough for this Griquas side. Everything going against them. They want to try, get a try before that half-time,
right,
before the full-time hooter sounds.
Advantage White. O'Brien getting his first chance in the Currie Cup. I won't be happy with that contribution.
Well, I think that just about signifies the way this Griquas game has gone, as we see Patrick O'Brien has taken a little shot into the kidneys.
Bit of welcome to Currie Cup. But the Cheetahs will be very happy with the second half. They've been very clinical and well led by their captain. You can see the way he's carried the ball and has made the tackles. As we mentioned before, they just outworked Griquas in this game.
Yeah, well, it's a good all-round game there for Boom Prince. He's contributed in the tackle, he's contributed taking the ball forward, and of course he's integral to the drive that the Free State Cheetahs use. And he got a very nice little pass from Robert Everson there to allow him to go in and score.
He's got a brace in this game, and it's been a good work for the captain. And it's always good for teams now to start building up the leadership
nice and close, please.
qualities, and having young captains coming through the Currie Cup. It's outstanding.
Well, it's a new wave, a new generation that's come through, and we're seeing it in the Currie Cup through all the teams, all the franchises. Lots of young players putting their hands up, coming through in the ABSA Currie Cup.
Oh, just the depth. The scrum has been strong from the Cheetahs.
Yes, ball is out. Are they bound, Royce?
Schoolman already anticipating that with Berglund. Oh, the hooter goes on, but it's opportunity. Lindeke looking outside for Eberson. Eberson carrying to the 10-meter. He promotes the ball. Watts keeping going. Oh, man, has grown in confidence. Quick ball from the vault. He looks on the blind side. Eberson, no one there to support him. Rocco Janssen trying to close all of that up. Rubenheimer, strong, carries. 22. Laters. looking around. Mahoja. Oh, Cheetahs really but isolated in that contact.
Well, they managed to secure it.
Lineker. What's Raymond going to do? Rule. Strong on the carry. 5 meters out now, the Cheetahs. Looking for his runners. Yes, he is there, the captain. Looking for his hat trick. Laters.
Here come Green!
Blind side, Laters!
Yes.
Show and go. Cheetahs score another try. Oh, comprehensive. Good hard work from the Cheetah side. Outstanding. And Kevin Laters gets his first try in the Currie Cup.
Oh, a little bit of magic to finish this game off. It's a little scrum off Kevin Laters. He throws the big dummy. Reno Bonds, he bars it. Creates the space for the little guy to sneak in and get the try to close the game off.
Oh, 20 points difference now. 40 points to 20 by the Cheetahs. Oh, showing who's boss in Bloemfontein and the Central Unions dominating Griquas. But bros, if you had to surmise this whole situation and how the Cheetahs went about it.
Yeah, I think the Cheetahs were very, very good, especially in that first half. They laid the foundation, they laid that platform. They carried that on through the second half. Of course, they were helped by a little bit of ill discipline by the Griquas side. That red card to Rory Arnold was something that really, really hurt them. It depowered their scrum. And it's a very good workout here for the Cheetahs. They'll take the points gladly.
I'll definitely take the points. Toyota Free State Cheetahs 40 points to 20 against Griquas. And a good value for their win. Round 4, Currie Cup. Oh, Cheetahs will be very happy. Well laid by the captain, Born Prinsloo. Little handshakes. All these lads know each other, as they do play together in Super Rugby. Kevin Laters.
Yes.
Finishing it off.
Yes.
Oh, you can vote for your human spirit, where you can win a DSTV Explorer, and you can have that moment in the Currie Cup final. And you can visit supersport.com just to enter